Hey, what's up, guys, and welcome back to my reading journey. Hope we're all absolutely fine, and today, as usual, we're going to continue with Aristotle's Nicomachean Ethics. It's going to be the second part of the first chapter of the third book, so let's get started. But presumably, there are some things that we cannot compel to do, but instead we should suffer the most terrible consequences and accept death. For the things that allegedly compelled a piteous old man to kill his mother appear ridiculous. It is sometimes difficult, however, to judge what goods should be chosen at the price of what evils, and what evils should be endured as the price of what goods. It is even more difficult to abide by our judgment, since the results we expect when we endure are usually painful, and the actions we are compelled to endure when we choose are usually shameful. That is why those who have been compelled or not compelled receive praise or blame. What sorts of things, then, should we say are forced? Perhaps we should say that something is forced without qualification, whatever. Its cause is external, and the agent contributes nothing. Other things are involuntary in their own right, but choice-worthy on their occasion, and as the price of these goods, and their principle is in the agent. These are involuntary in their own right, but on this occasion, and as the price of these goods voluntary. But they are more like voluntary actions, since the actions are particulars, and these particulars are voluntary. But what sort of thing should be chosen as the price of what good is not easy to answer, since there are many differences in particular conditions. But what if someone says that pleasant things are fine things, that pleasant things and fine things force us on the ground that they are outside us and compel us? For him, then, everything must be forced, since everyone is in every action aims at something fine or pleasant. Moreover, if we are forced and unwilling to act, we find it painful. But if something pleasant or fine is its cause, we do it with pleasure. Further, it is ridiculous for him to hold external causes responsible, and not himself as being easily snared by such things, and ridiculous to hold himself responsible for his fine actions, with pleasant things responsible for his shameful actions. What is force, then, would seem to be what has its principle outside the person forced, who contributes nothing. Alright, guys, that was a short part. We're gonna continue tomorrow and finish with the first chapter. Anyway, thank you for joining me today in this reading session. I hope you enjoyed the journey. See you tomorrow. Bye.